Problem number 10. It is reissue of shares. Gautam Limited in the books of Gautam Limited. Journal entries. What is the question? Show the journal entries for feature and reissue. For feature and reissue. For feature and reissue, what are the journal entries? We shall write it. Just now I wrote for feature, share capital account, data, 2, share final call, share final call account, 2, forfeited share account. To forfeited share account. What should be the narration? So many shares forfeited, or how many shares given? 500 equity shares. 500 equity shares. Equity share capital account data to equity share final call account to forfeited share account. 500 shares forfeited for non-payment of final call money. 500 shares forfeited for non-payment of final call money, for non-payment of final call money. This is for feature. Then what about reissue? What about reissue? For reissue, bank account data, forfeited share account data, to share capital account, that is equity share capital account. Forfeited shares reissued. The shares are forfeited. Forfeited shares reissued. Reissued at the rate of ₹8. Forfeited shares reissued at the rate of ₹8. Then the next journal entry, forfeited share account data, to capital reserve account, profits on reissue. Profit on reissue. Now we should fill up the amount from the problem given. Profit on reissue. Yes, I should explain you something in the journal entries. Later we should go for the calculation. First one, listen. This Gautam Limited issued 500 equity shares at the rate of ₹10, held by Raghav for non-payment of the final call of ₹2 per share. So, how I have written the journal entry? In the forfeited share journal entry, debit share capital account compulsory, and on the credit forfeited share account compulsory. But there are some other entries on the credit. What are they? What should be written there? Only if it is only the call, we can write the call. If it is first and the final call, I told you, equity share first call account, equity share final call account. We should write 2 entries. If it is allotment, then equity share allotment account, to equity share allotment account, to equity share first call account, to equity share final call account. But in this problem, only the final call money is not paid. Therefore, we should write this alone. To equity share final call account. Equity share final call account. Okay, what should be written here? The share capital value is 10 rupees each. How many shares? 500 shares. 500 into 10, we should write 5,000 rupees. Out of which the final call amount rupees 2 per share. Therefore, 2 into 500, how much? 1,000. We should write it here. So, forfeited share account is 4,000. The balance is here. 500 shares for which final call money at the rate of ₹2 not paid. So this is share final call account 500 into 2,000. But for the same 500 shares, 500 into 10, 5,000. 500 into 10, 5,000. Right, we have written. But final call money 500 into 2,000 we have written. Therefore, the balance is here 4,000 rupees. This is the journal entry for forfeiture of shares. But the next stage is reissue. I said, what is forfeiture of shares? When the call money is not paid by the shareholders, the board of directors will give sufficient time to pay the call money or allotment money. If the money is not paid, the shares will be taken back by the company, which is called forfeiture of shares, I said. After taking back the shares, the company will not keep it idle in the company. It will issue the shares once again. That is called the reissue of shares. Here you can find the question, show the journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. I have passed entry for forfeiture here, but for reissue I should pass. But here forfeiture only one journal entry, whereas for reissue there are 2 journal entries. Why there are 2 journal entries? one for reissue and other one for the profit or gain earned by the company because of reissue. Reissue பண்றதுல கிடைச்சது. அதாவது if the forfeited shares are issued once again, மறுபடியும் அந்த ஷேர் அப்படியே வச்சுக்க மாட்டோம், திரும்ப இஷ்யூ பண்ணுவோம், அதில் ப்ராஃபிட் கிடைக்கும். அப்போ ப்ராஃபிட்டுக்கும் you should pass another journal entry. That's what I have written here. See, profit on reissue. So what you have understood from this? If the question is pass journal entries for forfeiture, in that case only one journal entry. If the question is for reissue, you should pass both the journal entries. Both the journal entries. Two journal entry போகும். Forfeiture only one journal entry, but for reissue there are two journal entries. You must remember. So forfeiture கேட்டா இது ஒன்று மட்டும் எழுதினா போதும், reissue கேட்டா இது ரெண்டையும் போடணும். In case இந்த கொஸ்டின்ல கேட்டிருக்காங்க pass journal entries for forfeiture and reissue, therefore you will pass 1 plus 2, 3 journal entries you should pass. So how to fill up this forfeiture and why there is a journal entry like this? You should listen carefully. In reissue, it is issued again to the public. So what the company will get? The company will get money, that is why bank account. And two share capital account and forfeited share in the middle on the debit side. See, in the share credit debit share capital will come to credit, and on the debit bank account to support this bank account, that the forfeited share account will be there. See, if you just bear in mind the journal entry for forfeiture, from this you can write the journal entry for reissue. This share capital, debit share capital will be here, credit share capital. Debit இருக்கிறது credit வரும், debit since it is reissue, திரும்ப issue பண்ணுறதுனால பணம் கிடைக்கும். Therefore bank is the receiver, debit the receiver. So bank account, to balance this debit and the credit, you should write this account forfeited share account at the top. Okay, right. How to fill it? All these 500 shares were reissued at the rate of rupees 8 per share. 500 into 8, 4,000 rupees. That amount will come to the bank account. But what is the actual value of the share capital? That is share 500 share. 500 into 10, 5,000 rupees. 500 into 10, 5,000 rupees. But what is the balancing figure on the debit? 1,000. 1,000. So this is for forfeiture. And the third journal entry is gain on reissue or profit on reissue. How to find? From this forfeiture, you minus this forfeiture. 4,000 minus 1,000, that is 3,000 you should write. 3,000 you should write. This is how it should be filled. So one journal entry for forfeiture and two journal entries for reissue. And one more thing I should tell you. This actually, how this profit is calculated here. Just as a shortcut I said, from this forfeiture amount minus this forfeiture amount, 4,000 minus 1,000, 3,000 you can write. But actually what is the meaning of it? And because of what the amount, this 500 shares were forfeited, 500 shares were forfeited, 500 into 2,000. This amount not paid, therefore the shares were forfeited. But by reissuing the same 500 share, how much money the company got? 4,000 rupees the company got. Therefore, how much is the excess? How much excess amount they got? 3,000 rupees. This is the actual meaning of it. அதாவது 1000 ஷேர்ஸை ஏன் வந்து பர்ஃபீட் பண்ணா 1000 ருபீஸ், அதாவது 500 ஷேர்ஸை 1000 ருபீஸ் கொடுக்கலன்னு பர்ஃபீட் பண்ணலாம். பட் அதே 500 ஷேர்ஸை ரீஇஷ்யூ பண்ணி கம்பெனி ஹவு மச் கலெக்டட் 4000, பட் 1000 கொடுக்கலன்னு அதை பர்ஃபீட் பண்ணி 4000க்கு ரீஇஷ்யூ பண்ணி 4000 கிடைச்சதுன்னா அவனுக்கு எவ்வளவு ப்ராஃபிட், எவ்வளவு லாபம்? 4000 கிடைச்சிருக்கு புதுசா, பட் பெண்டிங் அமௌண்ட் 1000, 3000 the company earned as a profit. That is why it is 3000 is here. That you should understand. Then next problem, one more problem we can see, the problem number 11. In this also, past journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. Listen carefully this. Past journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. Generally, sometimes, if this is a definite question, past journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. Sometimes it may be asked under 3 marks. To your luck, it may be asked under 5 marks even. I have seen it in the question paper. So, for the next problem also, the answer is past journal entries for forfeiture and reissue. Forfeiture and reissue. Therefore, the same type of journal entry here, which is not paid for non-payment of call of rupees 4 per share. Therefore, call money is not paid. We can write it here. Share capital account data. The same journal entry. To share call account. Here they did not mention final call, first call like that. Call money only, therefore you can write share call account. To the same thing, forfeited share account. Forfeited share account. Narration. Narration, 1000 shares forfeited, 1000 shares forfeited for non-payment of call money, 1000 shares forfeited for non-payment of non-payment of call money, for non-payment of call money. Right, this is. Then for reissue, the same journal entry. Bank account data, forfeited share account, data to share capital account. This is how many shares were reissued, out of which 800 shares were reissued at the rate of ₹7. 800 forfeited shares reissued at the rate of ₹7. 800 forfeited shares reissued at the rate of ₹7. So 800 shares. This is the next journal entry. Then the last journal entry on the profit on reissue. Forfeited share account data to to capital reserve account. Forfeited share account debtor to capital reserve account, then profit or gain on reissue. And this is problem number 11. The same set of journal entries, but only one difference is there. Here 500 shares forfeited, all the 500 shares were reissued. But in problem number 11, 1000 shares forfeited, but only 800 shares were reissued. This is the main difference. You should note it down. Here 500 shares forfeited, all the 500 shares were reissued. Forfeit பண்ண அத்தனை share reissue பண்ணிட்டோம். But here 1000 shares are forfeited, but only 800 shares were reissued. That is the difference between these two. But regarding journal entry the same, but the calculation is different. We shall see it now. 1000 into 10,000 rupees share capital, of which share call money. What is the amount of share call? It is given in this problem. It is a call of 4 per share. Therefore, 4 into 1000, 4,000. So the balancing figure is 6,000. 6,000. Okay, then next. How many shares were reissued? 800 shares were reissued at the rate of rupees 7. That's not important. So 800 shares at the rate of rupees 7. 7 into 800, that amount only will come to bank. Therefore 7 into 800, 5,600. But what should be the share capital? Here it is very, very important. It is the place where you will commit the mistake. Here you should write the share capital, not the same amount. Here you have written the share capital same because all the 500 shares, forfeited shares are reissued. Here not all the 1000 shares are reissued, only 800 shares are reissued. Therefore, for 800 shares, what is the share capital? 800 into 10, 8,000. 8,000 only you should write. Here not the 10,000 and the same 10,000. You see that 5,000, the same 5,000. But here no, because not all the 500 shares were forfeited. Okay, then what should be the balancing figure here? 800 into 7, 5,600. 8,000 now, 2,400 should be the balancing figure, that is forfeited share. So how we are writing it, how we wrote it? Forfeited minus forfeited. Forfeited here 4,000, here forfeited 1,000, 4,000 minus 1,000, 3,000. In this case it is correct, but you check it here. This is forfeited share 6,000, here forfeited share 2,400, minus it 3,600 will come here. When check the answer there please, what is the amount? Capital reserve account is 2,400. Why such a difference? In this problem, we cannot use the method of forfeited share minus forfeited share. That is why I explained to you how this 3,000 came. வர வேண்டிய amount இங்கே pending amount 1,000. But the amount received by the bank is 4,000. So 4,000 minus 1,000 is 3,000. This is how you should calculate. Likewise here, the number of forfeited shares. How many shares? 800 shares. For 800 shares, what should be the amount that is pending for 800 shares? 800 into 4, 3,200 rupees pending. 3,200 rupees pending. This is the pending amount. You should not calculate for 1,000 shares. Here you should take only for 800 shares. For 800 shares, the pending amount is 800 into 4, 3,200 rupees. But the same 800 shares are reissued 7 into 800, 5,600. This is the amount received. இந்த அமௌண்ட் பெண்டிங் இருக்கிறதுனால ஃபர்ஃபீட் பண்ணி இந்த அமௌண்ட்டுக்கு ரீஇஷ்யூ பண்ணிட்டாங்க. In that case, what should be the profit earned by the company? Minus it, 2,400. So this is 2,400 capital reserve account, 2,400. This is very important. So the problem is one and the same problem. Only and the one main difference is that all the 500 shares, forfeited shares are reissued. Here, all the 1,000 shares are not reissued. Only 800 shares are reissued. So this share capital will be for 800 shares. How we are filling up the share capital amount? Number of shares into the total value of the shares, the full value of the share. If it is the full value 10 rupees. If it is 8 rupees. The total full value of the share. That you should remember. Here for 800 shares it is 8,000 and the bank received this 800 into 7 rupees. 7. Here the same 800 into 10, you should remember this. The same thing here also. In bank it is 4 rupees, 4 into 1,000. That is at the rate of 8. Therefore 8 into 500, 500 into 8. But here this share capital 500 into 10, so 5,000. But the case is not the same. See, once again, I am repeating it again and again. This is the place where you will commit the mistake. Here the number of shares forfeited are not reissued as it is. Here lesser number of shares are reissued and therefore you should take into account for calculation only the number of shares reissued. That is very important. Thank you.